Hello, my dear friends. How are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's Dear Annie here in the Philippines for another interesting topic. And today I want to talk about something heavy, real, and something people whisper about, but almost nobody says out loud. Yes, here in the Philippines, there's this term called tuition girls. Some they call them as a TF girls or TF boys, in short for tuition fee. It's kind of something sensitive phrases, but it describes a reality that some students face it. It's not a joke, it's not a meme, it refers to a college student. And most of these are girls who ended up engaging in sex work just to afford their education. Because tuition here in the Philippines is brutal. Life is expensive, and for some of these students, it feels like that's the only way to stay enrolled. It's to trade their own bodies for that kind of diploma. Yes, they're usually some of the most beautiful girls on the campus that you'll pass through the hallway and see them laughing with their friends and carrying with their books. You'll never guess and you'll never know what happened behind those closed doors under these twisted sheets, just so they can keep studying.
Hi, my name is Shali. And I am Zaira Jen.
Still students, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, girls, I have a question for you. As being a student, do you hear about tuition girl?
Yes. Recently, we just heard about that.
So, is it okay to enlighten us, like to enlighten our viewers, what is this tuition girl in the Philippines?
For me, tuition girl means where a girl is trying to find maybe a job to sustain her tuition, especially when she is a college student. Because as we all know that college here in the Philippines is very expensive like that. So maybe some girls they are trying find a job that is not very professional just to sustain their needs for their tuition. So,
Like for example,
like finding someone like
Help them provide.
yeah, that can
Finding someone who can help them provide their needs, even in not in a very good way.
in this context, they're not doing it for luxury or pleasure, just to be look nice or, yeah. They're doing it to survive and to step the cost of university life. Their flesh becomes the price of a quality education. And one of them is my friend, a schoolmate, who confessed this story of her way back when we were still a college students. Yes, she shared the story with me because being a student, college student is already hard, but the financial struggles makes it even harder. She admitted that she considered herself a TF girl or a tuition fee girl while studying. She said that she did it because she wanted to graduate. She wanted a future. But being in her shoes was extremely difficult. She grew up in the province and her family never had much. So when her parents told her that she can enroll to college, she finally, she was shocked. Because first thing comes up to her mind, she said, kaya ba namin? Or in English, like, can we make this till the end? Because as a daughter, she already knew what her parents could and couldn't handle financially, because there was the boarding house, the books, the allowance, everything. And she was the eldest among 4 siblings. And in Filipino culture, it's a big achievement for parents to have a child in college. And she doesn't want to take that away from them. But one day, during our second year in school, her parents couldn't send her money on time, and prelim exam were coming. She told me she was panicking, and she doesn't know what to do. And she remembered a neighbor, a man who always greeted her every morning on her way to school. This guy is a father of two and married with a small car parts business. She told me she was desperate. She decided to borrow money from this man. And she only asked for enough to pay the exam and have a little allowance. And she promised she will pay him back once her parents sent money. But instead of simply agreeing, the man looked at her and told her that he wanted a different kind of payment. And they made it very clear to each other what they meant. And because she was desperate and she knows her parents is struggling also, and she really need that money to take the exam, and she felt she had no choice, she said yes. It's like banknotes and pantyhose. Flash in exchange of education. And of course, her parents doesn't know about that. She also had other siblings that her parents need to take care. And by her confession, I cannot blame her for entering in that kind of doings because for the need of money, as what she said, it's her goal was to graduate. And she told to herself that this is for her future.
I have friends from outside, like friends that they like parties, like ganon. Then I even encounter some friends that they have a sugar daddy for fun, and they also see that as ano lang talaga laro and for money.
Yes po, and also I can't invalidate their
Feelings.
their doings like having a sugar daddies because we don't know if they're like struggling a lot of struggles like they lack of money, they can't pay their tuitions and their own and their needs, their wants, they can buy that if they don't have sugar daddies. That's why they need that one. They need sugar daddies too.
Do you know someone who's doing that kind of business?
I think there's so many people, there's so many women that
Doing that.
do that.
So, when you hear about that, do you see yourself in that kind of business, girls?
For me, if wala na akong magagawa talaga, gagawin ko talaga yan if kailangan ko. Pero as someone that who have a complete family, well-mannered parents, I can't do that one po.
I see. Like, how much right now the tuition?
As psychology first year, we
We have 34.
34 per sem.
Per sem, like how much you pay?
Per exam.
Yes.
4,070.
So how much per year you need to pay?
68, 66.
66 to 68,000 per year.
Yes po, depende po sa subject na kukunin namin every semester.
The public universities or the SUC's tuition is free for those eligible students under the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act. But still, miscellaneous fees can range into 5,000 to 20,000 annually. While in private university, it ranged to 100 to 250,000 pesos per year, depending on the course and school. And addition to that, the difficulty of finding high-paying jobs after graduation. And you'll see why so many young people feel trapped in that situation. And that's the sad reality. Well, as we end this topic, I just want to say this behind every tuition girl or TF boys is still a real student fighting quietly just to stay in school. And my friend's story is only one of many, and it shows how heavy the price of education here in the Philippines. No one chose to that path because they want to. They chose it because they feel that there's no option. And that's the sad reality. We don't talk enough here. And this story isn't here to judge anyone. It's here to open eyes and show the reality, the hidden school uniforms. Because every Filipino student is a story, not just because of ambition, but because of survival. Well, Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this topic, please comment down below. And see you on my next video. Once again, this is your Dear Annie, and you can ask me anything and everything here in the Philippines. Bye!